Namaste everyone, and welcome to today's Muni Patanjali Yoga Sutra 4.34. This is the last Yoga Sutra of the Patanjali Yoga Sutra series, and I absolutely cannot wait to share this with you. We've gone through so many different sutras in this entire series, and it feels almost emotional that we're now coming to the end of it, to the last sutra in this entire series and this section. Of course, we'll keep continuing with different philosophy series, and we're super excited to continue that, but I think it's really incredible how so much has been learned and so much has been understood in these few videos, and we're really grateful that we got this opportunity to share this with you and to help you understand the Yoga Sutras maybe just a little bit better. Now, before we get too emotional and feel that, oh, Patanjali Yoga Sutra is coming to an end, let's dive into the understanding of this sutra, start understanding it a little bit better. In this final sutra of the Yoga Sutras, Muni Patanjali shedding light on the word Kaivalya. He's sharing some synonyms with us and also helping us to understand what really happens in this final stage of the ultimate pinnacle of the Yoga Sutras. So let's dive into the sutra, break it up word by word, understand it a little bit better, and start understanding how we can apply it. So the sutra itself goes, Purushartha shunyanam gunanam pratiprasavaha Kaivalyam swarupa pratishtha va chiti shakti riti. Alright, so this is the sutra itself. Of course, as always, we're just pronouncing the sutra and not chanting it in its laya or its actual tonality. But this is just to get you familiar with the sounds and how the words have been placed. Now, let's go forward deeper into the sutra, start looking at each of the words. The first word here is Purushartha. This is really important because Purusha is, of course, the Purusha principle from the Sankhya philosophy, and Artha is purpose. So the purpose of the Purusha is the meaning of this compound word Purushartha. The next word is Shunya, which means devoid or devoid of. The next one is Guna, which refers to the three gunas. The one after that is Pratiprasavaha, which essentially refers to the counter evolution or the backward movement of these different prakritic elements. And then comes Kaivalya, which refers to the absoluteness. The next word is Sva, which means one's own. And the next one is Rupa, which means form or state. The word after that is Pratishtha, which means re-establishment. And the last two words are Chitti Shakti. Now, Chitti is the latent consciousness potential of the Purusha, and Shakti is power. So it's talking about the unmanifest potentiality of the Purusha. And finally, the last word is Iti, which really just means the end. So now that we've gone through each of the meanings of these different words, let's take a good look at what is the sutra trying to tell us. So the sutra is telling us that because of the counter evolution of Prakriti, which has reached now the Mula Prakriti stage and really gone towards separation of Purusha and Prakriti, when that happens, there's no longer any purpose to be served for the Purusha. Prakriti has nothing more to do or to give it, since the gunas have gone all the way back. And keeping that in mind, there's a clear differentiation now between the Purusha and the Prakriti. And because of that differentiation, they have both gone into their natural individual states of being, and therefore what we're left with is the Chitti Shakti, or the potentiality of the Purusha to incite the Prakriti and go back into action. So that's all that is being said about this process of Kaivalya, the final stage, the final element, and then it is said the end. So this is the final meaning of the sutra, but now let's look at it thematically and see what more we can learn from this entire process. So through this sutra, Muni Patanjali is helping us to understand certain synonyms as well of the practice of Kaivalya and how we can understand it a little bit better. So of course we know that the gunas are going back into pratiprasavaha, and this is definitely a synonym to indicate this backward counter evolution associated with Prakriti. Also the fact that we're being told Swarupa Pratishtha, where each of these primordial elements take their own individual form once again. Apart from that, we're also being told that there's no longer any requirement for Prakriti to act for Purusha, as the Purushartha is now complete and there's no more purpose in this coming together or this union, as we understand the separateness and the difference between both of them through this counter evolution process. Now, of course, there are many more meanings and many more things to understand. We can also say that certain elements of Vairagya, like Guna Vaitrishnya Vairagya, along with certain elements of the Krama, the Kshana, the Klesha, the Karma, how all of them had to, be moved out of the way to even come to this realization is what makes us understand what a monumentous task it is to reach this stage of Kaivalya. It's so incredible that a yoga sadhak can go through so many different obstacles, work day in and day out on the ability of the chitta to become like a replica of the Purusha, and eventually to gain the realization and separate out into its Swarupa Pratishtha. It's really something to be admired, to be understood, and to be looked into. Of course, as always, this is the pinnacle of the spiritual process of yoga, something that is completely voluntary in today's day and age. Not each one of us has to go in this lifetime to this depth and level of yoga practice. But what is encouraged, of course, is for those on the spiritual path, the sadhaks, the ones that are really going deep, the ones that wish to achieve Kaivalya in this lifetime, this would be the marg for that type of a person to follow. But for a lot of modern yoga practitioners, this is something to understand academically, to grasp fully, and to understand as the pinnacle of yoga philosophy and yogic understanding. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. As always, we tried to share a gist of the sutra so you could understand it a little bit better. If you're interested in learning even more and understanding it in even greater depth, please feel free to join our classes, courses, and workshops, and we look forward to connecting with you on that. Apart from that, please do give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section below, especially if you're someone that has watched the Yoga Sutra right from the beginning to now and you're sharing those nostalgic moments and those memories with us. Please drop your comments. We'd love to read them. And also don't forget to share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe to the channel by hitting the button as well as the bell icon to stay in touch for our future videos. We're planning to do many more philosophy series just like this one, so you subscribing to the channel will really encourage us to keep going. So thank you so much to all of you for staying tuned, for being a part of this amazing journey with us as we went through 195 Patanjali Yoga Sutras. As I say this, we are still in January 2022, so it has been a long time coming. We filmed these videos, we batch shot all of them to make sure that we're done with the philosophy and we're able to deliver them to you. And we cannot wait to head into the next philosophy series. So once again, thank you so very much for supporting us, supporting the channel. From me, from my entire Yogic Gurukul team, Ashlesha, who is our amazing video editor, and Maitri, who is our excellent graphic designer, who's been producing all the graphics and thumbnails that you see. All three of us are so grateful, along with, of course, my younger brother Anvay, who has been co-founder on Yogic Gurukul and really helped us, been such a great source of strength and support. So all four of us are thanking you from the bottoms and the entire realms of our hearts for supporting our journey this far and just allowing us to create such incredible content for all of you. We are super grateful and genuinely cannot wait to see you in the next series. Until then, take care. As always, keep practicing, and we're going to see you in the next one. Namaste.